Hey everyone, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Total War Rome 2 Emperor Edition here today on the channel. We're back on the Bellum mod, playing as the Etruscan League. How's everyone doing? As you go on in, make sure to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new, let me know feedback and suggestions of course, and YouTube memberships are available. All really help out the channel. Alrighty, so we currently have Rome, Iridium under our control. We have 15 units with this one army. Well, 10, but a little bit more on the way. We took Rome in the last episode. Oh, we don't want slums being built here in this construction site. So I'm quickly going to halt one of those recruitments. As we have Rome, we have a barracks here, and we can use Rome itself to recruit from. We've got a new pool of really nice Etruscan units to draw from. So what's our best option here? Unfortunately, a lot of those are locked. Yeah, we're really going to have to essentially stop a slum being built. So what are we better off to do? A villa gets rid of the local banditry and tax. Industrial will help us with money. We're not particularly going to be fast public order-wise. Roman ballista. Getting an aqueduct at some point, but that's still 10 turns away. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go with an industry building for now. It will increase our squalor, but we'll try and offset it. We will try and restructure this too. Now that we have Rome, this is such a huge choke point here in Italy that we're going to be able to break this field of Mars down too. And we might look to do that now. We're going to try and defend Rome as much as possible. So we'll break that down and try and make these outer regions our industrial hub. Okay, so can we make a peace treaty with Rome? No, because our war weariness is starting to get a little bit higher. So far, been a massive battle royale. The Veneti, the Samnites, me, the Romans at one point hold Iridium, and we currently sit here with not a large army or whatsoever. So they have Neapolis, the Romans, Legion 5 here, Minerva, Legion 6, Augustia. Not too sure where their full stack is. They only have 3 pieces of territory left. I will move my... I'll keep my spy here for now, and we'll see how the AI react. We have 3 units, naval units here in Iridium. Rome is still very much at war with Carthage and the Veneti. Hopefully they continue to put pressure on them. I can't seem to get any more increased stuff with Carthage. Look, actually, do you know what I could do? Is look through to see who they're at war with. They're at war with the Gamantians, right? Is there ever going to be... and Numidia too. Like, if I talk to Carthage, you go, hey, I'll join your war against the Gamantians.
You are most welcome.
For an alliance or trade? The only thing is, if you do that, they're at war with the Volcae. You can get ganged up on when you're at war with multiple factions. Because we eventually are going to have to go to war with Carthage, and they do like us. So, maybe we just leave things as it is. Okay, let's end the turn and continue. And we've had so many good battles so far. Taken Rome, watched barbarians sack it, crushed a full stack, and now we just need to defend from Rome. We're large enough now too that we're going to be able to recruit more units. As up until we've taken Rome, we didn't have access to recruiting a secondary army. So a motivated populace, nice. Plus 10 wealth. The citizen class is growing too. Okay, so now we have a spare construction slot here. I believe we should go with a pit mine, I think. However, we could go with consecrated grounds too. Maybe go with a pit mine for now. Okay, let's absolutely make sure we can get a full stack going. So let's try and get more of these Etruscan hoplites in. And then still keep a watchful eye on how the Romans move. So, okay, they have moved... It says 11 units there. Maybe they've just queued so many up. We are still waiting for the Roman garrison to get a little bit higher. There's 9 units there. Do we make the gamble to push to Neapolis now? What's inside? 500 plebs, 300 levies, 2 Riorii, 2 Socii. And then this army's going to come in. So there's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I stop that recruitment and try to take Neapolis? Then we've got the entirety of Italy. But that's the gamble. I can't move my navy around because I think it's going to get intercepted. So what I will do is I will siege Neapolis. I think there's an army. There's a navy here though. There's an army here somewhere. I think it went out on that stack. I don't know. Okay, I will make the gamble. We will attack Neapolis. Oh, yes. Where's that? There's a reinforcing army nearby. It's here in the sea. I knew it was somewhere. I saw it before. Now, I can do a night attack. So it won't bring that in. But that's a gamble. That's a very large army here. And one there. Ugh. Do I take this opportunity? But then we're defending Neapolis. No. So I won't. We just simply don't have enough. So I will break the siege. And we'll head back to Rome. Oh, that's just unfortunate. And I think I want the hoplites overall. Okay. Yeah, so that's interesting. That army kind of baited me out a little bit. Whoops. Let's do another turn. Oh, interesting. So at the top of the turn, they sieged me, but calculated that they didn't have enough. Rome does have the added advantage that they get to go first and play a turn count. So they do have a bias. Especially if you're at war with them. Nice. A child is finally born. Sextus Aurelius. Arvinia. Mission issued. Defeat the following army in battle. Possible public order. The construction report is complete. It is now early autumn here in Italy. Minus 18 per turn. That's still so much. Taxes, provincial instability, military presence. Is that because of my army there? Inside. Interesting. Could do with another equite unit here. Do we want to try and opt with some swordsmen? Or how do these axemen compare? Better hitting strength. Not so much on the weapon damage. I do quite like having some swordsmen to flank, but maybe we get a mixture of the two. Wait another turn. Oh no, maybe we go with the 3. Or maybe we just go with the 2, so it looks just a bit aesthetically better. I will renegotiate with Rome for a peace treaty. They're not interested. Oh, there's been a rebellion? Where? It says we're at war with slaves. Where are they? Maybe they've popped up for the first time, but not necessarily here. Still can't get any additional negotiations with Carthage. How about the Veneti, which is sitting at 88? No military alliances or anything. What about Massalia? Not so much a non-aggression. The RDI. Unfortunately not successful. We have 400 sitting in our bank. Okay, let's give it another end turn. The larger the Roman garrison will become. I could look to spend this additional funds on this navy and try and get it around here, but yeah, there's a lot of units here. Or do we take the initiative, do a night fight, crush this army on the open field? I think we burn a turn. Okay, so we're officially under siege. We can still use this to our advantage. We could have had an opportunity to intercept them. I wonder... Oh wow, that's a lot of units lost. War weariness is increased. Did we get those additional units? No, they stopped them from being recruited, unfortunately. Okay, I will go back up here. Yeah, so Sextus is still pretty far away before he comes of age. I will declare him the heir. Okay, let's commission one of my other family members. So who have we got here? Servius. How does he look? Okay. Then we've got Ocula Urius Vespillo. Servius Mesa. Who's better? Minus corruption. Inspire. Culture conversion. Inspire. Siege holdout time. I think we'll go with Furious. And we can get companion cavalry. Let's do that. And get him to bring some units down. Now, I should, once I get some money, be able to adopt him. Ideally. Okay, under siege here now. We are going to be able to dish out some more skills for the first time in a while. I kind of want to go down political reformer to get the tax rate in construction. We can get more campaign movement, but that might be more ideal. Double the siege holdout time. Authority. Maybe we focus on others. Yeah, having another 4% movement. Nearly whopping 12 is quite a bit. But also getting a political reform and having some management will be smart too. Can't seem to move this army around. Okay, the option to us is to sally out. Or do we let them attack me at the top of the next turn? Will they do it? Because I can night fight it. At the moment they still do outnumber us. But if we can sit in Rome, that would be more advantageous to us. Let's do that. That one's backed off. Interesting. Fine by me. This should allow us to get that turn of recruitment in. So they don't feel like it's advantageous to attack. Interesting. But they thought it was enough to at least siege it out and stop a turn time. Great Omen has been declared. Our protection warning has now expired. Getting public order and some minor influence there. Nice. Okay. Where's my spy? She's now further north. Let's get her to move south. Once again, I will ask the Republic for peace. It's been declined. We now have a full stack, which is nice. They're fortified. I should be able to hit this army that's raiding. Okay, let's move you south. Continue to get more additional reinforcements to help. Okay. So we'll hit this raiding army because there will be some minor debuffs there. They are going to stand and fight. So we will go with night fight. And that will stop the reinforcements from being brought in. Nice. Okay. So let's fight this one. On the battlefield, a new dictator. We're facing Gnaeus Cornelius Scipio, a Cena on the field of battle. Alright, let's go. Now, I don't think we're going to have the garrison as reinforcements, which would have helped if it was stronger. But this will be, hopefully, if we win here today, the third and hopefully final full stack. We've destroyed a Rome. Okay, nice strong hoplite front line. Skirmishers, swordsmen on the sides, ready to flank. Cavalry 2. Is there a decent formation here at all? Okay, I was just curious to have a look at triple axis, simple axis. If I literally just use some of these, they can be helpful. How is it actually broken up? Well, not too bad, actually. It's going to hold its army group. So let's move up. Okay, so it looks like they've got some high ground here. Fortunately, that might be used to their advantage. Yeah, I quite like that group. Continue to move up. I reckon they're going to sit at the top of the apex of this hill. We just don't have line of sight. That's what the human player would do. I could actually move my cavalry up. They would be here, surely. No? Wow, okay. That's incredibly surprising that they're not here. Okay, they're actually further back. We need to take this hill now. We're going to be able to use this to our advantage massively if we can get there. The right-hand side is actually unpassable terrain. So we need to take it. What's this? Equites moving up. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so it's impossible. So move to like there. Go with the classic phalanx. You sit here. Get you to sit there. Oh, okay. So they're actually attacking me. Let's try and move my cavalry around and slink around against them. So they have taken the opportunity to hit my Etruscan hoplites. Because we're sitting in a formation, it's not going to be the most effective of charges. Did we even really make a dent? A little one. Okay, are they going to look to charge? Maybe. These guys already... Okay, so there's no skirmish. These guys have skirmish mode, but those guys don't. Okay, so pull back. Try and wrap around here, get into the forest. Okay, so they are moving up there. Just their own skirmishes by the look of it. Oh, wait. Oh, am I mistaken here? Hang on. We'll just get them to move up then. There's impassable terrain here. Because of the darkness, we just can't see. So we'll move up. Okay. Yeah, so Basically get everyone to halt then. Reform you up here. Let's move the general down. Spare unit can go here. You can wrap on this side. Okay, so now we're getting fort. They're going to try and wrap around the sides, which is interesting. Okay, start moving you up here. Try and flank with you too. Actually, no, go for here then. They're going to try and general snipe me, which is interesting. Okay, they're buckling there somewhat. Pin this down if you can. This cavalry unit that's now flanked. Get my skirmishers to angle this way. Break out of your formation. I want you to go from behind. Throw everyone into this. Start firing down that line. You swing around this way. You get down here. Keep the general unit here. Battle rhythm in the center. They're now capitulating. Nice. Now, these guys, I can already tell that they're not performing as well because we caught them in the raiding stance. Okay, they've now capitulated. Let's continue with our skirmishes. I do have to be a little bit careful with giving out orders to my hoplites like this. Swing like that. You swing around this way. You move here. Oh, okay, so these guys are just basic skirmishes there. Go for that then. It's a sword unit, but it should be okay. Alright, get my slingers to form something like that. Oh, why are you very far down there? Okay, although you're in a formation, get ready to move. And we'll try and cycle charge further back here. They're still very much holding in a lot of key areas, which happens a lot in this campaign. Okay, fire into the back of this. They're already turning, which is interesting. Get my Vilite to charge, like cycle through this. Sorry, get my cavalry, my Equites to target their Viotes. Okay, still continue to pepper into the back of this cluster. Let's reform you here. Let's move you further down. Yeah, interesting, but already they're still holding quite well. I don't know what we're going to do with these very light units. Okay, let's speed things up. Continue to cycle charge, fire into that. Make sure these units get picked off. Maybe we just charge straight up around the back there. Maybe go after these cavalry, because I think my units are struggling there. Oh, okay. Oh, hang on. Oh no, my cavalry just got... Hang on. I need my cavalry to help. My skirmishers here. Yeah, like we're still struggling to push down this block. Nice. Fall there. Continue to fire into that. Nice.
In our favor.
You want to try and run down as many of them as possible too. So hopefully that's game, set, match. Get these hoplites to have attack orders now. I don't even know who's still in. Maybe it's their general still. Yeah, Gnaeus Cornelius Scipio. Has a lot in his retainer. Nice though. We've now won. Let's make sure we try and run down as many of them as we can. And then hopefully that's the last of the enemy. The enemy general's dead. Perfect. We didn't catch him initially. Which is somewhat surprising. Eight Principe there. Eleven Triari. So, now that we're gaining some chevrons, now that we're gaining some experience, we're increasing our ammo pool, our movement range and attack stats. We're looking better. It's just the Etruscans start off in such a precarious situation when they're split. With Arretium and Iridium between a mountain pass. So I think you just protect the capital. Even though Arretium is probably the better of the two. Close victory apparently. Really? We did outnumber them by 400. We did lose 754. I think that's a little bit harsh. The Roman unit roster is better. For beginning, plan carefully. I feel like we did that for this campaign. Thanks, Mr. Cicero. And then hopefully we can push towards Napoli, Neapolis. So we'll see how we go. If we can get all of Italy under our control, we can put some edicts down, which will massively help. Nice. We just have to be mindful of this. Nice. But Scipio's dead and he's full stack. Damn, unfortunately 3 units ran away. So that's going to be now moved. That's good, because that's not going to be reinforced. So what's there? 11. Yeah, well, let's run that down. Oh, it's been pushed even further north. Okay. So maybe we just sit you here. Oh, I was going to say sit you in here in Rome, but we're not going to be able to. We'll wait, because we might be able to get recruitment elsewhere, or we might be able to get a little bit more after this next fight. Okay, we've got enough time here today to give chase and run that down. Light Forest coming up against Appius Varus. 2-star command. 2 units of Riorii and 3 Hastati. A lot of skirmishes. Auto resolve wise in our favour. Slightly outnumber them by 100. Let's fight this one on the battlefield. Now, the only concern with a fight like this is pushing into the forest. They could have a lot of decent high ground that they're going to sit on, especially when it bumps up towards a mountain pass. So hopefully here, this will be 4 Roman legions crushed in total. And I can't imagine that they're going to be able to recruit much more. Now that they're relying on purely Brundisium as their main recruitment hub. Okay, let's start the deployment. Okay, thankfully it's nice and flat. So let's grab everyone and kind of want to have my spearmen in the front if we can. None of these formations are exactly what I wanted. That's better. Yeah, it's all putting my infantry back, which is interesting. Right, we'll just use this one because it seems to be a good formality just to grab everyone. And it allows my cavalry to scout further at the front, get that line of sight quicker. Let's run. Nice and low. This is exactly what we want. Trees out of the main center of the battlefield. No high ground advantage for them either. Okay, we'll try and match something like this. Maybe center it actually, more like that. Infantry on the flanks. Skirmishers. Something like this. Nice. Cavalry on the right hand side. And then something like this. Get everyone to charge and run up. Yeah, so unfortunately 2 units are in the red, 2 in the yellow, everyone else is in the blue, which is okay. Now that we're in position, move to a classic phalanx. come there. Vilites should be skirmishing. They're getting a little bit close. But we're just trading skirmisher fire for now. There's a unit looking to come up. Go back behind the front. Okay, let's get my cavalry around here. Actually, we'll just let this trade happen. If I charge in, it's going to let them move. I'm more than happy with this. It looks like they're going to charge now anyway. So these levies are now coming in. Headstrong into hoplites. The main wave is now coming. And this is where the fierce fighting is now going to break out.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay. Let's speed things up. They're going to interlock. So, move an edge up this way. Move to here. Okay. Get the skirmishers to do the same. And... okay, they're pinning them down here. I move to something like this. Flank with the infantry. Should be able to make quick work of this particular fight. Push into the levies. Pull back. Get my skirmishers to target their general. That's of the highest priority.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Maybe just try and bamboozle them a bit. Get them to move about. There's a levy unit. Go for that instead. Continue to get my skirmishers to hit this general unit from the side. I don't know if they're dismounting their cavalry. I don't think they are. I think they're opting to go with an infantry unit for their cavalry, which is different. There's some infantry here that we could try and pin them down. Okay, let's move my general up. Oh, hang on. My cavalry just engaged. Their general is what we don't want.
One of our units has used
These
all its
Riorii
ammunition.
are broken, so you can go for them. Oh, there goes their general now, I think.
One
Yeah.
of our units has used all its ammunition.
And I think it's just GG's now. I can't see them coming back from this. Just making sure we run down these units that are now shattered. I could give the order here for my hoplites to attack, but as you just saw, they just eventually pushed up, engaged them, and capitulated. Okay, let's speed things up once more and absolutely just try and run down as many of them as we can. There's a massive chunk there. Just farming unit experience now. The only issue so far in the riskiness for this campaign is if we lose the king. He seems to be dominating the political structure here. We have a severe lack of family members, unfortunately. But a nice win.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Should be able to push and take Neapolis soon. And once we've got the Italian peninsula as a hub, we're going to be able to dominate the Mediterranean. Then the world is our oyster, I suppose. Do we go east, west, north? Who knows? Unfortunately, we've got a lot of good relations with various factions. From Carthage to Macedonia. So it's going to be hard to see who we pick off. Decisive victory, yeah, only 376. The thing is though, like, the Greeks like us because we have the Greek familiarity, as some consider us Etruscans, well, Greek. Carthage love us because we've crushed them. Syracuse, even this, because there's the, like, the Macedonian, Athenian, Spartans, they seem to like us. And then even the colonies too. Syracuse and Massalia. So It's just going to be tricky who we ally and go up against. And the funny thing is, because we allied with the Veneti, they did so much strong military actions against Rome this time around, instead of sitting back in Cisalpine. They adore us too. So Illyria it is then. But King Publius the Tyrannical is doing quite well. Cavalry did really well. 295, 199, 200 there for the slingers too. So you really have to be quite mobile with the slingers. It is interesting that they are quite nerfed skirmishers in this. They just don't have that ammunition available to them. But hoplites are still very strong as always. Formation attacking with them. Or formation defense. I mean like formation attack, not like the literal one in DEI, but clicking formation and then attacking. Seems to work. Oh nice. Mission successful. We defeated that legion. Perfect. Oh, it's actually gone north though. We just can't get to it. That's okay. This can sit there. Alright, let's get more hoplites on the way. And I suppose we go with skirmishers too. Just go with that bunch then. Okay. I just want to talk to Rome after that catastrophic push. Oh, they have a new general. I think... Who's their general now? That's the guy from the DLC. I can't remember his name. That's the face of Rise of the Republic, the Rise of the Republic guy. That's a custom face. Nicely done. Okay, it's time to push on from where we were successful before. So, just don't have the movement to get that, unfortunately. Okay, we have some unassigned skills here. What do I want to go with? I feel like they've upped the attritional rate for sieges. Melee missile damage. I quite like having weapon damage inflicted by units. Having +3 and then missile damage would be better. Okay, but we're at the stage now where we've crushed 4 full Roman legions with our 1. And we should be able to try and push and finish the Roman Republic off. So financially, that's happening. We're gonna make a good amount of money next turn. Any more funds here. We can get a champion. Do I stop 1 turn of recruitment or 2 and then try and get that champion here? The earlier we can get it in might be a good idea. But then the more units we have, we might be able to take. It will kill our movement though, that's the only thing. So maybe we just we need to use a champion quickly. So what have we got here? Line of sight +3. That's pretty good. Oh wow. +2 range attack for siege, minus construction. -5. No. Does this guy just have no effect, which is interesting. Line of sight. Probably not a bad idea. +4 chance of discovering hidden agents and armies. Yeah, let's get that one. And let's end the turn and continue. What's happened here? Oh, the champion has unassigned skills. Oh, yeah, right, okay. Centurion. Probably the best. -5 campaign movement. Oh, we get zeal stuff. Okay. Yeah, we can get some massive bonuses. Oh, I was going to say +10 for the army. That'd be sick. Drill sergeant's good. Gives me more melee attack defense on authority. Yeah, let's go with drill sergeant and centurion. Yeah, I think agents start off with a higher level. Okay, so they've now moved there. That army hasn't moved. I guess it's stuck in between Rome, the Etruscan army, and Arrhenium. War weariness decreases, nice. The mines have been complete. A new mission has been issued. Raise an army at Arvernium. Wait. Raise a fleet. We already have a fleet there. Can this army get up here? It can. So, we'll do that. Okay, that's been pushed back anyway, which is fine. We'll just let it give chase. Alright, let's... So I want to push to the border. Okay, so that's the garrison that can come in potentially. What's down and around here? Okay, pretty decent army there. 20 units. So we're not going to be able to siege just yet. So maybe move into Rome. Get that additional replenishment. Move the champion in. And that will give us time to then push for Neapolis. Get you to try and run down this. And then look to try and get some more cavalry or skirmishers here. What's our best bet? 2 infantry. Or 3 slingers. Maybe the 3 slingers, funnily enough. Yeah, let's do that. Alright. I guess I can talk to Rome once again, just for curiosity. Because having a confederation with them might not be a bad idea. Having access to some of their better quality generals, as we are very similar culturally, both from the Italian peninsula. That army's really kiting us north. I wonder if that full stack will move down to Neapolis now. Nice. The architect. A noble daughter appears before you with a plea. Her mother, a very influential woman, is insisting her to send her to the Temple of Athena. So we can hire her. And that's what we want to do. So we'll look to adopt her. Does the wife need to? The thing is, though, if we can get her married off... No. How can I... Requires 2 more authority than zeal. I thought he'd be quite authoritative. He's actually more zeal. Maybe I can look to increase her position. It might be the case. So send a gift, send a diplomat, spread rumors, improve relations, send a gift. Yeah, unfortunately can't bring her in. Could we somehow reduce her zeal? Okay. Yeah, unfortunately we can't bring her in, which is a shame. Hopefully she doesn't get taken. Okay, so... Looks like that army that was in Neapolis has moved south. Oh, they're posturing here. Okay, so we will give chase to this. That army's just outrunning us. So we can attack Neapolis. 13 units is still quite deceiving. Really, it's 1,000. Oh no, it's actually 1,300. The Triarii, the Rorii. And then there's 20 units there for a stack and a half. Neapolis is quite vulnerable though. I could look to move my navy down. I don't know how effective it would be really. Actually, moving it here, we might be able to bait them out. Like using my navy down here to help us might be a good idea. Okay, let's move to Neapolis. I guess we night attack and auto resolve and take the city decisively. We'll occupy. Military wharf, consecrated grounds. We can install an edict now. Oh wow. Some factions have between 8 to 10 edicts. So let's have a look. Loyalty, corruption, okay. Plus 10 corruption minus food. Tax collection. Do we want something like bread and games? Increase the pop. Our food, our wealth from agriculture goes down. Romanization, that's not something we necessarily want. Conscription. Land distribution. Reduce slave. Pop. Slave unrest. I think land distribution is probably the play out of all of these. That some of those construction penalties are bad. Oh, plus 20% from culture. It's just the unrest. So maybe we do go with land distribution. Yeah, okay. And now that we've got this entire province, are they interested in peace? No, they're not. Can I steal somehow?
Your words.
Oh.
These terms
Can't get any negotiations with Carthage. That's so annoying. Same with Massalia.
Honored guest. I serve as my people.
No.
No.
A shame. The only trade we have is with the Veneti.
Welcome, worthy friend. Let us break bread.
Okay. I do have a little bit of money. So, are we better off? I don't necessarily want to recruit another army. We might just have to. So who do we have here? Lucius, Vestius, Servius. Maybe we go with Lucius. Get him to raise an army. Go with companion cav. Oh wow, Etruscan archers. Slightly more ammunition. What's the downside to them? Oh, the armor. Might be useful. Along with some skirmishes. Alright, so I reckon they're going to consolidate all those units and attack. Tiny garrison there. Alright. And they have. So they've moved this army up. And then the reinforcing. Okay. So we are outnumbered by a good 1,000. Alright, let's fight this one on the battlefield. Actually, you know what? We'll leave this one on a cliffhanger, and we'll play it at the start of the next. So unfortunately, got to wrap things up here. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, all the good YouTube stuff. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Let me know feedback and suggestions in the comments. YouTube memberships are available. Help out the channel immensely as well. Alright, make sure to take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next one. Much love from Australia. Goodbye.